What if I told you that a single unexpected expense, just $500, could unravel the financial stability of over half of all Americans? Imagine the stress, the fear, the sleepless nights, knowing that one emergency could send you spiraling into debt, living paycheck to paycheck. According to CNBC, a staggering 63% of Americans don't have enough savings to cover a mere $500 emergency. Think about that. Most people are just one car repair, one medical bill, or one unexpected expense away from financial disaster. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. I know firsthand what it's like to feel the weight of financial uncertainty. But I also know how incredibly liberating it is to flip that script. Financial freedom isn't just for the wealthy or those born into privilege, it's within your reach too. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to start building that security, step by step. Building emotional connection and trust. Look, I get it. Talking about money can be uncomfortable. For many of us, it's still a taboo subject. Maybe your parents never discussed finances with you because they didn't understand it either, or maybe the schools you went to failed to teach even the basics of financial literacy. But here's the hard truth. We need to start talking about money. Because right now, across this country, millions of people are struggling in silence. Families are stressed. Young adults are burdened with student loans. Retirees are facing rising costs with insufficient savings. It's heartbreaking. But it's also completely preventable. That's why today, we're breaking that silence. We're going to dive deep into the simple, actionable steps that can transform your financial life, no matter where you're starting from. Did you know that 80% of millionaires didn't inherit their wealth? They came from families earning at or below middle income levels. That means wealth isn't just something you're born into. It's something you can build. Statistics and problem solution framework. Before we jump in, here's the reality. Most people have no clue where their money goes. A report by Mint found that 65% of people don't even know how much they spent last month. And that's where the problem begins. If you don't track your money, how can you control it? Now, imagine if you could learn to turn $100 into $1,000, $10,000 into $100,000, and one day, maybe even $1 million. Sound impossible? It's not. Today, I'll walk you through the exact blueprint, the very steps wealthy people follow to build and grow their wealth. But first, if you find value in this video, all I ask is that you hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and allows me to continue creating content like this. And as a thank you, I'll do my best to respond to as many of your comments as possible. Start with the basics. Understanding your cash flow. Let's talk about something simple, yet often ignored, cash flow. Most people don't realize where their money is going. It's easy to swipe a card, buy something on Amazon, or grab an overpriced coffee every morning without realizing how quickly it adds up. In fact, studies show that Americans spend over $1,100 a year on coffee alone. That's a month's rent or even a car payment. But here's the good news. You can fix this, starting today. For the next 60 days, I challenge you to track every single penny you spend. Use apps like Rocket Money, You Need a Budget, YNAB, or even an Excel spreadsheet. When you know where your money is going, you'll be shocked by how much you can save. In my experience, most people can easily cut back by 10–15% just by becoming aware of their spending. Imagine what saving an extra $200 a month could do for your life. That's $2,400 a year. Over 10 years, with smart investments, that could easily grow to $40,000 or more. High-yield savings accounts. Let your money work for you now. Once you've started cutting back on unnecessary expenses, it's time to put your money to work. Here's the thing. Right now, we're in one of the best periods for saving money in the last 20 years. Most banks are paying you at least 4% in interest on a high-yield savings account. That might not sound like much, but it's free money for just letting your savings sit there. If you're smart about it, you can even get upwards of 5%. Take this in for a moment. If you saved $10,000 in a high-yield account with 5% interest, you'd be making an extra $500 a year, without doing anything. That's money you can use for emergencies, reinvest, or stash away for future growth. Paying down high-interest debt. The silent wealth killer. Here's the cold, hard truth. Debt is stealing your future. The average American owes over $22,000 in credit card debt, personal loans, and car loans. And with rising interest rates, that debt is becoming a ticking time bomb. Let's break it down. If you're paying 18% interest on credit card debt and only earning 4% on your savings, you're losing money. You need to tackle this head-on. There are two ways to crush debt effectively. The avalanche method, where you pay off the highest interest debts first. This is the mathematically sound approach. It saves you the most money in the long run. The snowball method, where you pay off your smallest debts first. This might not be the most efficient, but it gives you quick wins. Those wins keep you motivated, and that's just as important as the math. Whichever method you choose, the goal is the same. Take control of your debt, and stop letting it control you. The power of compound interest and Roth IRAs. Build wealth for the future now. Let's talk about investing for your future. One of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal is the Roth IRA. It's simple, tax-advantaged, and incredibly effective at growing your wealth over time. Here's how it works. You can contribute up to $7,000 a year, and once you hit 59.5, all of the profit you've earned within the account is completely tax-free. Imagine putting away $7,000 a year, starting in your 20s, and letting compound interest do its thing. By the time you're 65, you could have well over $3 million in your account, and you won't owe a penny in taxes. Imagine a future where you're no longer stressed about money. Where an unexpected emergency doesn't derail your life. Where you can provide for your family, enjoy your retirement, and even give back to causes you care about. That future is possible, and it starts today. All it takes is a few small steps: tracking your expenses, cutting back where you can, paying down debt, and investing consistently. Don't wait until it's too late to get your financial house in order. Start now. Your future self will thank you. If this video helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more tips, and let me know in the comments. What's your biggest financial goal?